Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pretty Products. I'm trying something new with my webcam at the moment and actually sort of having it held up on the mirror. So hopefully this works and it gives you a better view of everything that I'm doing today. I'm going to show you a really nice way to do a really natural look today because frankly there aren't that many out there. And as funny as it sounds, it actually takes a fair bit of effort normally to make a natural look. This one's actually not hard at all. It's really easy. Majority of the stuff that's here is under $10, which I know sounds ridiculous, but I went to Target and they had a makeup special and I think everything was like $5 or $4. So if you can imagine someone like me with all that, it was just a bit ridiculous. So before I get started, I'll just show you what I'm going to use. This is the Australis Face-a-Holic palette. It's a illuminator, foundation, I guess, and blush bronze. The foundation itself is just a powder, almost translucent, so while it gives you a really nice finish, it would match most skin tones. I'm sorry, I realise I look really pale, but I haven't got any makeup on yet, so I can show you this stuff. Another thing I got was the Australis Nude palette, which I think is actually almost a copy of the Too Faced palette, which of course if you get that, it's like $50 on eBay now. So they're really nice colours. They've got really great pigment. I wouldn't really go using this brush. I just think personally that the spongy brushes are normally pretty crap unless you get them from someone like MAC or Sephora, etc, etc. The third thing I got was a Bloom cream blush, and it just is one of those clicky outy ones. It's in the colour Bordeaux. It's really, really nice. It's a very subtle pink and it would look really nice for the natural look that we're going for today. So guys, I'll give you the big drum is that if you're going to do a natural makeup look, don't use liquid foundations. Try to stay away from anything that's going to give you that unnatural coverage, cover your freckles. It just never works out, and I don't know, sometimes I think guys actually prefer girls that look more freckly and don't look like cake faces. No offense. So we're going to just start off with getting something that's a yellow pigment. I've run out of my Garnier eye roll-on, so this is actually the Pure Active. So please don't try this at home because it is not meant for what I'm doing right now, but it's the only thing I've got that I can show you with. Once that's done, get a concealer. Mine is the Fit Me shade 115. Just put it along the line, just in small dabs. I'll give you the rump. This stuff is really good at hiding hickeys. Not that I ever get hickeys, but you know, it's really good at it if I ever did get hickeys, which I don't. Just saying. If I did though, I would be blaming the other person. And if they ever watch this, you know who you are. Just cover any imperfections. You really don't want a lot of this stuff, and luckily the Fit Me concealer really blends in quite well, especially if you just use your finger. I know some people are really fussy about brushes, and I to some point am as well. I normally have a little concealer brush that I use, but honestly this stuff works really well. So we're all covered. You don't want it to completely take out your dark circles or anything like that because that just wouldn't look natural, and that's obviously what we're going for. I'll even have a go at doing my brows for you today, which will be funny because I'm not very good at it yet. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Australis Face-a-Holic. I'm going to be using my Nude by Nature brush. I really wish they had numbers because it makes it really hard to describe it to you. It's basically a contouring face powder brush. It's the only one that fits in these though, because if you use the Nude by Nature actual foundation brush and probably any other stippling brush or anything, they're too round and they'll just get everything on them at once. And trust me, when you start to put it on, if you've got that blush bronzer in it, you will end up looking sunburnt. So just take the powder and run it across the cheeks. Try and get places where you're red. We're not targeting imperfections. We just want to look like we've got a healthy glow. So just in circular movements, because you don't want to have... Actually, this is really good advice. A lot of girls don't realise that if you're just going like... Wait, I'll wait until my brush is a bit more empty. If you're just going like that, you will have the cake effect, because it's not... how do you explain it? It's not buffing the colour in properly. That's why you're not blending well enough, and it just looks pretty bad. Also, if you're using a liquid foundation and you're only doing that, you can end up with streaks, which is a really bad look. So circular movements, girls, circular. Just get the nose. I tell you what, every time I do one of these videos, I get acne. I should just avoid you guys forever. I have really clear skin until I decide to do a video, and then it turns crappy. Just blend that down onto the neck as well, because you just want it to look a bit more even. And if you want to go over anything again, just to tidy things up. So there you go. You can't even really tell that I'm using it, and probably the lighting's kind of giving it a bit of a glare, but it has actually given me a really nice, almost glowing finish to my skin. I might leave the blush and the illuminator for now, because you just don't... It's not worth sort of doing everything. If you have fallout from the eyeshadow, then you're just going to have to clean it up before you can start on that anyway. I'm taking my Australis eyeshadow primer and just priming the lids. This stuff is really good in the sense that it helps eyeshadows when they're first being put on. It gives them a nice kind of almost moist base to stick to. But if you want a really good one, or a better one anyway on a budget, I would try the L'Oreal Eye Pot Primer, because it's thicker and it just gives them a more stable base over time, whereas this, I find anyway, loses its effect pretty early on in the night. So if you're going clubbing or anything and you want to have your eyeshadow stick like all night, it really doesn't really work. The one thing I will warn you about the Australis Face-a-Holic, I'm not sure if it's just me having sensitive skin or if it's even my brush. I don't actually use this brush, so I've never cleaned it, but I've never used it either. But it makes my skin, particularly under my jawline, really itchy. So you have been warned. So if it goes there, don't blame me. Having said that, there are plenty of other face palettes that you can get. Australis was just happened to be the one in Target that was worth $5 at the time. So anyway, we're going to start off with a skin toned colour in our palette. This one is called Chock-a-Block. I'm not sure why, because it really is basically my skin tone, maybe a tad darker than my skin tone. And once you put it on, you just get this iridescent glow anyway. So honestly, I don't know why it's called Chock. So just pat these ones on to the whole lid. It's going to act as a base because it's so pale and it can tie everything in. I'm actually going to get the second one, which is Snap Attack, just a tiny bit, and just run that under my brow. This will act as an illuminator for us later, and it'll just help with that glowing look which we're going for today. So now I'm going to just take a blending brush. This one's actually a wide blending brush, so it's quite thick, but it's wider like the patting brush. We're just going to take this colour here, which is Bee's Knees. And just get a soft amount. Just tap or blow off any excess. We're just going to go into the corner and brush forward. Now this isn't going to give us an amazing effect. We're just going to fill in our crease. I'm doing the whole crease because it gives you this lovely sort of shadow effect. So it's almost like natural smoky eyes, I guess, we're doing today. Again, just come in from that corner and then start blending it across the crease. So it just gives you that really nice definition, especially if you've got pale eyes like me, or you've got like an undertone to your eyes. Quite a few people with hazel eyes have these lovely greens or golds in their eyes, and you never quite see it unless you're wearing something that makes it pop. And quite often these natural looks will do just that for you. So now taking our Nude by Nature blending brush, circular blending brush, we're just going to go into this brown here, which is Alistair Sister Dark. I'm not sure where Australis gets their names from, but I quite like it. We're just going to blend in that corner. This has a bit of a shine, metallic nature to it, so it'll give us a bit of shine while just defining our corner. So again, blow off any excess that you get, because these colours blend in really well, but they're oftentimes a lot darker than you think they're going to be, if that makes sense to anyone. I'm not sure. I'm having one of those days where I'm sort of not sure if I'm making any sense at all, but oh well, you can watch this video or you can click out of it. You could subscribe. I think you know you want to. Or comment. You should comment, definitely. Follow Sarah's lead, guys. She's just awesome. She comments and everything. What are you doing? Just saying. So we're going to get this gold, lovely gold colour, which is really confusing me now. Okay, so it's actually called Choco-Block Shade 2. So this, I'm guessing these are like multiple palettes all put together, because we have Choco-Block Shade 1 and Choco-Block Shade 2 and then Choco-Block Shade 3. So they must be like 3 different quads put together or something. 2 quads put together, I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. It's Intensify Quad and Paparazzi Perfect Squad. Quad. Told you I'm having one of those days. So we've got the gold. We're just going to blend that in between our fleshy colour and our dark corner. And it's just going to give us a lovely metallic finish. I've got an eyelash or fluff or something. This colour's really bright, so just blow it off a little bit. Now guys, with these makeup tutorials, I hope you do realise you don't have to use the same things as me. In fact, if you've got better quality stuff, I would say go for it. You don't need the same stuff as everyone else. So I'm going back to Paparazzi Perfect Snap Attack, and I'm just, which is this second colour here, I'm just going to do the inside of the inner corners of my eyes, just to give them a bit of a pop, just to make them look a bit more awake. Now then, so that's the finished eyeshadow look. It's probably not too great, this lighting, to see it. So you don't need anything under the eyes. It gives you a really lovely shadow while still being suitable for school or work. Depending on what sort of school you go to, as I've said before, Catholic schools versus public schools, you'll get away with a lot more in a public school than you will in a Catholic school. Trust me, I know, I tried. So I'm just going to do my brows. Now, I find brows really difficult, so if anyone has any advice, I would love it. At the moment, I've just been trying to sort of fill in the overall line, and this stuff is sort of cheating because it's probably not quite dark enough to be considered my shade. but dark enough that it fills them in a bit more. Plus it has this awesome little thing on the end. Oh, by the way, this is the new Nude by Nature brow pencil in blonde. So they've come out with yet another awesome little thing. I don't think the coloration is too great. It doesn't come out easily. Like, you have to go over and over and over and over again to get any effect. It might just be me, I'm not sure, but it's up to you what you guys want to do. Now with eyeliner, you have one of two options. Personally, I think I've started to prefer eyeliner again, just because I think the shape of your eyes are a really big deal. Like, if I look down for you or open my eyes properly, anything that's not sort of stuck down like glue will end up across my crease, which looks absolutely stupid. So first option is to get the darkest colour in your palette on a little angular brush. Just get a small amount to begin with and pat it across your lash line. This look makes it really quite natural, as you can blend it in a lot better than you can eyeliner. Having said that, if you've got a kohl eyeliner, it won't matter because you can blend soft eyeliners in as well. I'll do this one for now because you guys have all seen me using both techniques. So, plus in my next video that I'm going to hopefully try and film today as well, you'll see eyeshadow on my mouth. Looks like I've been eating chocolate. Oh, prime example, don't put everything on your face first because you're just going to have to clean it up later anyway. So for my lashes, jumping on to the next subject, as we do, I'm having a bit of trouble concentrating today. I'm going to use the Maybelline, the 1x1 Volume Express Mascara with the cute little corset on the top. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, back to being normal, guys. Like I'm not normal. So anyway, if you've got littler lashes, I guess, this might not be the best mascara for you. I only ended up with it because my mum tried it, and she's got much shorter lashes than me, and apparently like, it just didn't work out for her. I think she was putting more on her lid than on her lashes. So with the top ones, you want them to look really defined. With the bottoms, just barely brush over them. You just want them to look dark so it doesn't look like you're pale. So there's the lashes. My biggest advice about mascara, and hang on, I'll get my other two out for you to look at as well. Mascaras are really good these days in that normally they'll have a little picture on the back like that to show you what the applicator looks like. If you've got really long eyelashes, a whopping huge mother like this is fine for you because you're not going too close to your eyelids. It shouldn't matter. If you've got my size, two tiny ones, getting a Maybelline one like the Great Lash ones are really good because of its varying size. It's a whopper on one end and teeny mini on the other. So it's quite good. The only warning I have about these is that if you have little eyelashes, it is very runny liquid, I suppose. So it can get quite clumpy, and so if you blink too much, I guess, it can end up all over your lids. Anyway, finally, this is, it's Revlon Volume something, and I've had it for so long that it's all come off. Very black mascara, but it doesn't tell you what. Anyway, it has a kind of elongated little wand. You can even get smaller bristles than that. I'm not sure if this is focusing in on them enough, but anyway, you can actually get smaller bristles than that, and they're really good for short eyelashes. My mum uses this quite a lot. Revlon particularly make really good mascaras for people that have shorter lashes. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the makeup. If you want some eyeliner, This is kohl eyeliner too, by the way. I'll just sharpen it because I'm really bad at maintenance. So we'll just pretend that didn't happen, guys. I would suggest either sharpen the other end quickly too. I would suggest either a white or a metallic bronze or gold. The white is really good for if you're at school. These are kohl eyeliners, by the way, so they're really like, you can't even see. I don't know if I'm going to bother or not, but they're really, really soft. Like, they're just really soft, and you can blend them in really well. So anyway, the white eyeliner is going to make you look wide awake, really good for school, really good for looking fresh. The bronze, which I'm going to use today, just gives you a really nice metallic glow that finishes off the look, and again makes any little colours in your eye absolutely pop. The downside is that depending on your skin tone, it can make you look like you have almost pinky eyes, which isn't a very good look normally. So anyway, digressing. So we're going to go back to the Australis, from Australia though, so we're all good. Face-a-Holic. Today I'm going to just stick with this. I won't bother showing you the cream blush because honestly you probably won't see it in this light anyway, which we may yet have trouble getting this to come up in my bathroom light anyway. So brush off or blow off any excess and just go along the jawbone. It comes out really bright pink to begin with, but you've just got to work it into the skin, I find, and then it looks really nice. Sorry, I'm making faces. You guys already know I'm crazy. Shouldn't matter too much. So again, brushing it in. So with this one, I don't think you'd really need any contouring. It's got a bronzer as well. And what I'm doing now is I'm actually giving my eyebrows, my nose, and my chin a bit of a rosy tint. Not enough that you can see the blush, but it just sort of makes you have a natural flushed look, and it's quite sweet. You might not be able to see it over the camera, but it just ties everything in really, really nicely, especially if you do have a brighter blush, which this Australis does give you a bit of a bright coloured blush even. So with the illuminator, literally all I'm doing is dabbing it on. Dabbing is such a good word. And even then, blow off any excess. You don't need a lot of this. So we're just going to do it on the cheekbones, high cheekbones, or just under the eye, and run it up through our temples. This just gives you that sort of almost natural dewy look. I tend to put some down the length of my nose because it makes your nose look a bit longer. Across the top lip, and a tiny bit just over the top of your eyebrows. So it just gives you a really lovely natural shine. The last thing I'm using for today is the Studio Secrets Universal Lip Glow by L'Oreal Paris. Yes, it looks hilarious. It is like a neon pink see-through lipstick, and it takes a second for the effect to come, but it actually gives you this beautiful bright pinky look without looking too fake. Goes on quite clear. And almost feels like a thick lip gloss. But I don't know if you can see the colour. Starting to come in. But it just gives you a really nice, pretty rosy colour. So anyway, that's the makeup look for today. Just this lovely, natural, glowing look. I'm hoping that the camera and the lighting let you pick that up. I might just go to using the skylight for now while it's actually sunny. So anyway, have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye!